everybody. Welcome to Real Talk with Chris and Travis. I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on Instagram at Real Talk with Chris and Travis. So, today we're going to talk about befriending someone with a disability. You know, I guess that means like being friends with somebody who has a disability.
Yeah, like becoming their friend, I feel like it's the same way as you becoming somebody else's, a regular person's, an able-bodied person's friend, Introducing yourself, saying, hey, I'm this person, you are. I don't feel like there's no special way.
I don't know, I think it's a little different.
Why you say that?
Because, like, I wonder, like, in an able-bodied person's mind, when you're friends with somebody who has a disability, and you meet that person for the first time, do you think about, like, this is going to be different, but in what way is it going to be different?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say you're a person who, like me, I like to bowl. I'm not the best at it, but I do like to go bowling. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're able-bodied and you meet me for the first time, you like, what stuff you like to do? I'm like, I like to go bowling.
Yeah.
I wonder if that able-bodied person is like, oh, man, we're going to have to use bumpers, or we're going to have to, use the little ramp thing or whatever. See what I'm saying? I wonder if they think about that.
They probably do. And if you be like, I don't have to use no bumper or the little ramp thing, and they probably were like, I want to see this.
Right, they waiting to see it.
Yeah,
I'm like, bet your lunch money.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe it's this green shirt. I'm always thinking about the money.
Yeah, but probably if you do try to bet them, they probably be like, man, this is going to be an easy win. They probably going to think that, then you show them, they're like, oh, snap.
He is getting a strike every time, man. The bet is off. No, it's on.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, hit him with the unexpected.
It's like, I like to shoot pool, so people don't expect me to be good in pool. They probably be like, man, let's see what he going to do, He probably gonna be hitting the white ball in, the black ball in.
What he's gonna do is take your money. That's what he's going to do.
But yeah, I feel like it's you think it's different, but I feel like it might be different in a way of people might be thinking like, oh, I probably gotta maybe like protect this person more.
And I could understand that too.
Yeah.
Cause you figure like you out in public, you don't know what somebody else might say, but
yeah.
To me it depends on the age group that you with.
Yeah.
If you with a bunch of grown people, I don't expect them to. Man, who's your friend? Why he got 4 legs? You see what I'm saying? Like in my case.
Yeah.
No, because we all grown. Now, if you with somebody and they got their kids with them, and their kids is like 8, 9, 10, 11, something like that, I would expect the kids to kind of be kids. They gonna ask questions. They gonna, what happened to your legs? But somebody who grown, we in our 30s. You know what I'm saying? I'd be more weird about that. Like, I don't have no problem with you asking me questions, but why are you staring? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a female and she's staring for another reason, that's different. But you staring because it's like, but he's got crutches and he came out to shoot ball with us. Like, how's he gonna play ball? The way I play it. You know what I'm saying? Is I'm gonna block your shot and shut you up. It's just.
You gotta make them believers.
Yeah.
Like when me and you became friends, did you have like any like
Yeah, I always kept my feet away from your wheels because I thought you was gonna roll over my toes. I was like, man, no, I'm just playing. I wasn't really thinking like that.
Yeah. But as far as like mindset, you was like, okay, he in a wheelchair, so I might have to. I don't know.
No.
No.
When you told me, like the stuff you like to do, it was the same stuff I like to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when we was like hanging out at your house all the time, we was shooting ball, and you was hitting lucky shots and beating me all the time. Like it was, I lost a lot, y'all. But I lost on purpose, though. Y'all understand? Like I lost on purpose. I'm very good at basketball. No, I'm not. But anyway.
Nah, you got a shot on.
Nah, but he was rattling nets though, man. He was knocking out shots from like in the middle of the street, horns, cars blowing at him. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I cried and went home many times. Those were the days.
Yeah, as far as like sports, man, when I became friends with like my friends in the neighborhood, they were all able-bodied or whatever, and they would play ball at my house because I'm the one that had the basketball goal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey, I'm gonna join in, they was like, they was looking at each other like, how he gonna play with us, Then I got in the game and they saw they couldn't stop my shot, and it was like, oh, okay.
He played with somebody, they mind. Like,
Yeah.
he is absolutely gonna miss that. Oh, nope. He made another one.
They was like, man, we want him on our team, huh? So every time we played, I was on a different team every time. So
exactly.
yeah.
And all that said, man, a person who is disabled, you may think that you may have to adjust the way y'all have fun, but honestly, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You really don't. And the more comfortable that you are around a person who's disabled, the more fun y'all gonna have. Get to the point where you're comfortable asking questions. Because that person that's disabled, more than likely, is not gonna, especially if y'all friends. If you able-bodied and that person is disabled, they ain't gonna mind you asking them no questions because that's how they learn. That's how y'all get closer. You know what I'm saying? Again, especially for the opposite sex. That's how you
Get closer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, a person that's, has a disability might show you a different way of doing things, Add more flavor to it. That's how I like to look at it. You add more flavor to it. You giving new ideas on how to do things, It ain't the usual.
Right. Right, exactly. So yeah. Playing sports.
A bit of flavor on that thing.
Playing sports. Travis can cook, you know what I'm saying? I can cook, but my wife cooks better. I'll put it that way. One day we're gonna talk about cooking stories. I got some funny ones. I was making red beans and accidentally dropped a whole case of Bano seasoning in the pot, like the whole thing, and couldn't get it out of there. Man, so I had to cook it down, like not the plastic, but the seasoning in the plastic. Like I had to cook it all down, and
them red beans was flavorful.
Oh, was they? I waste cayenne pepper and some ground meat making hamburgers.
Flavorful, man.
Hot.
Yeah.
I was sweating. My 3-4-year-old daughter at the time was sweating.
Blood pressure through the roof.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about that on another episode, man. Cooking with Chris is gonna be cooking with Chris and Travis. It's gonna be real talk, all right. But yeah. But man, like being friends with somebody who is disabled does not have to be an awkward process. Don't be afraid to ask questions because that's how you learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We done said that multiple times with different topics on this show. Ask your questions.
Right. I feel like it'll also show you like a different perspective on life as well.
Right.
You might see things a little bit different. Probably open your eyes up more to living life to like a higher level, I feel like.
Well, it sounds like you was finna start preaching.
I do, because I mean, when you have a disability, man, you gotta do things differently. So you find out creative ways of doing things. So you gotta really, I feel like you gotta raise your level of thinking.
Oh yeah. Because if you don't think when you're doing things, when you're disabled and you don't think, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna hurt yourself in a lot of ways, and nobody wants to hurt themselves. So you gotta think. You know what I'm saying? I feel like being disabled, we always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Because it's so many steps we gotta make to do one thing, and if you miss a step, I missed a step a couple times and fell down some steps. Not thinking. So yeah, you don't want to do that, man.
Yeah, as far as like thinking ahead, you do have to think ahead, because like as far as like going somewhere, like you're going out of town,
you got to plan that jump.
You got to plan and make sure that place is
handicap accessible.
Be accessible for you. So you always got to be thinking ahead, like.
They're going to have stairs, or do the stairs have rails?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a ramp if you can't get up the stairs? Like, do they have an elevator?
Right.
If it rained, is there covering? Because if it rained, I could slip on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all kind of stuff.
Get in a hotel room. You got to make sure the room is spacious.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Does the bathroom have bars and rails with the shower, the tub, on the wall by the toilet?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? is the floor, if it gets wet, is the floor slippery when it's wet, or is it one of them floors where the material kind of absorbs the water a little bit, so it's not as slippery? I mean, it's all kind of stuff, man. Right. And hey, if you are a land developer or some kind of construction person, you own hotels, don't watch this show and steal the ideas, man. Because we know what you do.
Yeah, we can give you great ideas.
We want to get compensated for that, man.
We can give you great ideas on how to make your business, a little bit more handicap accessible.
Yeah, that way you can reach that demographic that's got deep pockets.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, have you ever had became friends with somebody that was, able-bodied and they kind of was like overprotective?
I say when I was in like middle school, people used to use me to get in fights. That's the easiest way I could put it. As far as being overprotective, like I'm walking down the hallway and somebody points out that, man, he walk with crutches. My friend was like, him and that dude up on the locker, like literally. And I'm just like having to grab his shirt, man. It's alright, like chill out. Yeah. We was in like 8th grade, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, I'm finna like put this dude lights out, like. He was like, man, don't be doing that, you know what I'm saying? He just like us. And I'm like, okay, he get it, you know what I'm saying? Let him go, like it's cool.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you good? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, okay. Hey, don't be slipping up like that no more, you heard me? And the dude just walked off like, man, you crazy. But he was absolutely finna get beat up.
I've had those moments too, man, where I had friends that were like overprotective, and it's like people will look and they'll be getting ready to fight them because they looking. I'm like, man, it ain't that serious. I don't like let them look as long as they don't say nothing crazy or try to do something to try to harm. Then it ain't even that serious. Like
I done heard people I knew in school, and they'll be in the hallway tearing it down, and when the office administrators get in there and they breaking everything up, it's like, why was you fighting? Man, because he was saying something funny about Chris' legs. Well, where is Chris? Oh, well, he's sitting down in the class. I'm like, man, why I get called to the office? What? I didn't even do nothing. Where your name keep coming up in these fights and we trying to see what's going on. I'm like, man, I'm as clueless as y'all. And all I get told is, we're going to keep an eye on you. What?
They watching you.
All right. I feel like Tony Montana or somebody, just Michael Corleone or something. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing nothing. My name ain't Frank Lucas. You ain't gonna be watching me. The powder on my nose is donuts from this morning's breakfast, man. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, man, it's just, people can be overprotective, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. Yeah. It's, and the only reason I say sometimes it's good is because sometimes you need that. You know what I'm saying? You might be having a rough day. The morning ain't start off right.
Yeah.
And so you don't need somebody running up to you talking about, hey, what'll happen if I take your crutch away right now? It's like, man, right now you could absolutely get hit if you want to, but then your partner right there, like, he ain't gonna hit you, but I will. You know what I'm saying? Just
right.
Cause I've seen that happen too. One morning at school, I wasn't having a good morning. I'm trying to keep to myself.
Man, y'all was tearing it down at your school.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah, middle school and elementary school. I had my last fight in 8th grade. I remember that day.
Your school sounded like that school in Dangerous Minds. That movie. Sound like Dangerous Minds.
We was like the lean on me school. Just there was always something going down, boy.
Crazy.
People used to just, like I say, I'm walking up the hallway, somebody start pointing and laughing, it's a fight. But I felt like they was finding any reason to fight. And so because we friends, it's like I'm a magnet for, oh, they was laughing about Chris, and the administrative people is like, well, okay, but we get it, but no more fights.
Yeah. And
then that's when I started getting called to the office. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. You can't fault me for walking up the hallway and somebody immature pointing and laughing. There's no way I can stop that. Hey, stop laughing at me or they gonna beat you up. That's just gonna make them laugh more to see if they gonna get beat up or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, people can be overprotective. Have you ever had somebody who became friends with you after they saw that you actually like you would stand up for yourself or you was real independent and that made them want to be your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had that too.
I've had that several times. People be like, like, man, you're an inspiration. I see you, you still getting around, you know, even though you're in a chair. I mean, you don't let it stop you from doing anything that you want to do. I mean, you still living like a regular life, as people would say.
And to me, it's like when people say, you're in a chair and you're not letting it stop you. I'm like, am I supposed to?
Right.
Like, if anything, like that's gonna make me push harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything starts in your mind. I say this all the time. Like, your mind is where everything starts. And if you really think about it, and this just kind of hit me, so y'all just kind of flow with me on this. God physically made our body the way stuff is supposed to happen if you want it to happen. I'm gonna elaborate on it. So just rock with me for a second. Everything starts here, right? Everything starts here. Then you start saying whatever's here starts coming out of your mouth.
Right.
Right? Because if you're gonna give me Bible, the Bible say what's here gets in your heart. Whatever's in your heart, it comes out of your mouth. When it comes out of your mouth, you start putting action to your words. So think about it. Your mind is here, your mouth is the second step, and then the action, you start moving. And then you start seeing what was here.
Right. So I say the power of the tongue, huh?
Yep. That's why the worst place to get hit in a fight is in your mouth. I'm just saying.
One of the worst places.
One of the worst, yeah.
Yeah, I would also say that sometimes, sometimes they can be overly sensitive too.
The able-bodied person or the disabled person?
The able-bodied person.
Okay.
Like you can tell them a story and they can be like, oh, like they just overly sensitive. Like I hate that. Like don't treat me like I'm fragile.
Yeah. And then I get like, you might get somebody that's like, like I had a situation when I was working or whatever. Some people I knew, they was talking about going out to play basketball and stuff, and I'm like, man, yeah, I want to come too. I want to shoot. And he was like, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what's wrong with y'all? And they literally looked at me like we was in the break room at the table. They literally looked at me and was like, man, if you come out there, you ain't gonna be able to shoot with us and stuff like that. Then you just gonna have to sit down on the bleachers and we're gonna be looking at you not able to play, and it's gonna make us sad. And I'm like, how is that gonna make y'all sad?
Right.
Because I can still enjoy the fact that I'm hanging out with my friends I thought y'all were.
Right.
And they was like, man, yeah, we cool. Like, we was cool. And I'm like, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I guess they might have felt bad because they probably felt like you couldn't join or something.
I guess they felt like, I wasn't going to be able to enjoy it because...
Or keep up with them?
Yeah, like I'm not out there running around and stuff like that. But
yeah,
for one, y'all going to have breaks in between the games. Y'all going to be drinking water. While y'all getting water, I'm just out there shooting around. Man, that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I've been doing that since I was a kid. I didn't never play no games.
Sometimes
unless they was one-on-one, I'd do that.
I mean, I guess sometimes they don't see it that way. They might see it as like you can't really interact with them.
Right, but like you said, new perspective.
Yeah.
One-on-one games, I'm there. You could, you know what I'm saying? Or if y'all play some kind of game like Put Out. I don't know if y'all familiar with Put Out, but it's a game where you shooting basketball, but it's like everybody lines up one behind the other. So if Travis make his shot and I miss, right, then that means Travis just put me out. But if Travis make his shot, he goes to the back of the line. If I make my shot, I go to the back of the line. Yeah. And then the person behind me take their shot and they miss, I just put them out.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? I could own that game. It ain't no different than playing horse.
Could stop me and put out our horse.
Right, but you could get put out playing against me.
I don't get put out.
You ain't play against me
yet.
That's right. Get quiet like everybody else do. But nah, man, you got to change your perspective, and befriending somebody with a disability is the way you do that.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't a hard process. It ain't no different than befriending anybody else,
Right.
You just, yeah, it's not no different than being friends with an able-bodied person. So you just, talk to that person, see if y'all have the same things in common, and just take it from there.
Right. You know, it's a real simple process. It's basically all mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not nothing hard. You can make it a complicated thing if you want, but it don't have to be anything hard.
Right. So I mean, y'all drop y'all comments and let us know how y'all feel.
Right. You know, because you could be on one side or the other. You could be the disabled person. What have you faced with, trying to make new friends?
Yeah.
Or you could be the able-bodied person who, have tried to be friends or is a friend of someone that has a disability.
Mm-hmm.
What did you face? How was the interaction in the beginning? Y'all let us know.
Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And also, man, don't forget that, we have an email address. It's realtalkwithchris.travis@yahoo.com. Catch us on Instagram at the same name handle. See us on TikTok, Real Talk with Chris and Travis. And also, I just wanted to let y'all know that I finished writing my first children's book. And I'm going to put the link to check out that book. It's going to be down below in the description. I just want to kind of get some feedback on it, So y'all can catch it on Amazon. It's called Hello Wave.
Yes, sir.
By Christopher Young. That's my name. So y'all please click that link. Check it out. Give me some feedback on it. And be looking for some more stuff to come in the future. Because we got some moves we finna make. Right, Travis?
That's right.
And we'll be back next week with another video.
Stay tuned.
And we out.
Peace.